things.
Your famous line about Springfield, Ohio, and I take your point that 15 to 20,000 legal Haitian immigrants settling in that area causes a lot of friction. But when you said, and you know it's gone viral, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, you say you're just reporting what had been said. But why not say now, well, look, that turned out not to be true.
I don't know if it's not true. I don't know if it's true or not true. I read
Eating
something.
the pets, you don't know if it's true or not true?
No.
It's been debunked by local officials.
What about the geese? What about the geese? What happened there? They were all missing. I don't know.
There was one guy with two geese.
Howie, I have no idea. I said something. The big problem is that you can't put 30,000 people into a 50,000 person town or city and expect this city to even survive or do well. What they've done to Springfield, Ohio is very, very unfair. And I mean, there are a lot of stories. There are a lot of other stories that I've heard that are horrible stories. I haven't said it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But that's a story that was reported, and I said that. Why don't you go after the newspaper that wrote it? Don't blame me.
Well, I think it's been debunked by local officials.
I don't think it's been debunked at all. I think nobody talks about it except you.
You've gone after individual news organizations like the Wall Street Journal, but you're also crusading against fact checkers. And in fact, you've turned down a number of interviews if there was going to be real-time fact checking. What's your issue there?
Well, I haven't turned down your interview, and you and I have no deal. When we came up here, right. I didn't say you can't talk about anything. I'll talk about anything. I don't care.
But do fact checkers have credibility in this age?
There are no fact checkers anymore.
Who are the people who say they're fact checkers?
What I said is, and I reported this, and I said it very loudly because largely there's fake news out there. It's corrupt news. It's beyond fake news. In the old days, I've been doing this for a long time. I'd have a story in the New York Times, let's say, and when the writer was finished, I'd get a call from what's called a fact checker. This is what I said. And they'd say, sir, is it right that you did this? Is it right that you did that? Is it right that you have this number of things, whatever it may be? In other words, you check the story. I didn't appreciate it at the time. Now I do. It was so professional. They'd check the writer, and it's called a fact checker.
Well, there's still.
I said, I haven't had a fact checker call me in 20 years. It's true. I used to have them call me all the time. Routinely, a fact checker at the New York Times or whoever was doing a story.
Usually it's magazines, but go ahead.
They don't fact check anymore. Today, they don't even call. They write stories. The New York Times is totally, in my opinion, corrupt. They write stories about me knowingly false, knowing anything to try and win it for a radical left crazy person that will destroy our country. And I call it the failing New York Times. It does terribly, but they write whatever they want to write.
Do you have an example of something that you thought?
Well, I think you'll see it because I'm probably going to sue them at some point, very soon. So you'll see it. You'll have a lot of pages worth of examples, but they will write just and the thing is, the public doesn't see it. They'll write the opposite of what you tell them. I'll tell them this, and then it's not printed that way. Look, we have a great example, and a lot of them lately, and we don't have the Times. The Times I could give you a lot. I'll give you a lot. You'll see a lot in about a week. But the 60 Minutes, go back to it. Do you think it's ethical for them to take her whole answer out and give her a brand new answer that makes her look okay as opposed to incompetent?
No, I think it's highly unethical. The question is whether losing a license is sufficient, is an adequate or drastic punishment.
How many times have they done it? They've done it to me, too, in a different way. See, my answers are good. The difference is they will take things out of my answers. They'll shorten them up, and they're really changing them. But I don't consider that the same kind of a violation. I've never heard of I think it's the biggest scandal in broadcast history. I think what they did, you have a candidate from a major party. You have two candidates. You have the candidate from a major party who's incompetent. She's incompetent. You know it, and so do I. And hopefully the public will find out about it before they vote.